Hello, I'm jumping on late today. What you may not know about me is during the day I work in an office, and years ago I started my own business helping senior citizens around their homes with their errands and their cleaning and just whatever it is that they might need, anything but the medical side. So tonight I not only did my day job, but I did help my senior out tonight. So I'm just getting home and I want to pop in here. You're my side hustle. My coaching is my side hustle that I really want to build up to the point where I can really just leave and become a full-time coach. I hope that it's this year. I'm really going for it. So I wanted to talk about distractions. So every so often I would pop into a local Starbucks, and it used to be a nice social place to go and work from your laptop, but lately it's not. And it's not just Starbucks, I see it, but people are glued to their phones. They don't even look up. There's no socializing. It's kind of disappointing. And I'm guilty of this myself, and I have to make a conscious decision to leave the phone in another room because it is a distraction. It steals away from what's happening right now in my life. So welcome back. I'm Claire Hughes of Claire's Inspired. If you've seen me before, welcome. I'm so glad you've joined me, and I'm an empowerment coach, helping women transform their life by working through their fears. So if you're just joining me, say hello. And let me know where you're from and where you're watching. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. So I see it everywhere. Parents at their kids' games, they're not looking up and watching the games. They're on their phones or whatever technology they may have. It really takes away from possible memories, missing that jump shot because they were looking down at the phones and checking their email and Facebooking. It's part of life today. We all have technology, but it's important to know and recognize when it's time to put it down. If you're missing things, that means you're not in the now. So stop checking Facebook and Instagram or texting, whatever it is you might be doing, because that means you're not in the present. You're not paying attention fully to what is in front of you. At the end of our life, you aren't going to look back and remember that great Facebook post that you read. It'll be time shared with others, living and enjoying a real life, not the virtual one. So if you're not here and in the now, then you aren't really living because you're not fully present. So mindfulness is a practice that keeps your thoughts and actions in the present, but it only works by giving yourself time away from the distractions life throws us. If you feel distractions coming on, try to take a deep breath and remind yourself where you are and what you're doing right now. Turn off the internet, put the phone away on silence, whatever it is that you need to do just to get focused. So have you ever heard, I watch a lot of podcasts, listen to a lot of podcasts in my travels. So have you ever heard someone talk about their successes? Well, the longest part of those conversations are usually when they talk about the determination that they had to achieve something. Their willpower is always at the forefront. Some people will claim that they were born to be successful, but most will tell you that they worked their butts off to get there. They used the time they had wisely and minimized distractions and stayed laser focused. So here are a few tips to help you keep yourself fully present and in the now. First of all, I would try to pre-plan your day. If you want to accomplish something, plan it the night before because it really helps you wake up and be focused. Create a schedule and box out time that you'll work on projects, and don't quit working on it until it's complete. So you also need to turn off the distractions. So leave the phone in the other room, but plan your night out, your day out the night before. Same goes with money. Decide what you will and won't spend the next day and stick to that decision. Pre-planning the day gets you in the habit of deciding what's important, and it helps you stay on track because you laid it all out for yourself. You decided what the priorities were, and doing that helps you avoid getting sidetracked and wasting time. The most important task should be done first in the morning, because that is really when your mind is at its sharpest. So if something comes up and it's not a true emergency while you're trying to be focused, keep going and deal with it once you've finished, because what could happen is you respond and then that person responds and then you're having a conversation and you're completely off track. So if you don't have to respond right now, do I've completely blanked. So if you have to respond right now, do a lot of figuring out. A lot of the time they can figure it out on their own if you just leave them to it. If you respond, you could be diving into that conversation like I mentioned, and the next thing you know, you're completely off track and distracted. So if it's not a real emergency, like someone's dying or whatever, don't get involved with it. Just let it go, finish what you're doing, and then respond, because that's a huge distraction. Become a strong and focused person, other than so you can respect yourself, and over time it'll create an amazing tool to help you get through most situations. Be sure to bring your energy back up too. If you're working on something and you're trying not to be distracted, do whatever you can to bring your energy back up when you're feeling tired. Walk, exercise, take some snacks, something to get the blood pumping, and then go back and hit the things with a sharper focus. And keep reminding yourself of the outcome that you want to achieve. And remember why you started in the first place. I always talk about the why, because it's so important. If you can visualize what it is that you're trying to achieve and be in the moment, like you're almost visualizing it happening, it's a huge motivator when you're attempting to stay present and keep out the distractions. The emotion in that why is so important to keep you motivated to achieve your goals, because when you have the feelings of achieving your reason why, you can lean back on those when things get difficult, so you can go back and remember how it felt when you completed things. So I hope you find these quick tips in staying focused and being present helpful. Don't miss out on memories or important opportunities because you were so tied up in your technology. People notice. Kids notice. It sends a message that what they were doing really wasn't that important to you, because you're taking calls and you're answering emails and you're not paying attention to what's going on in front of you. I had interviews where the gentleman that was interviewing me started taking phone calls, and I was like, he doesn't want to know anything about me. I should just leave right now. So it sends a message that what you are talking about really isn't that important when they start getting distracted and getting involved with everything around them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, my little quick tip video. Please share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to my Claire Hughes YouTube channel. I'm on a mission to build my Claire's Inspired community and help as many women as possible to achieve an incredible life. Like I said, this is my side hustle. I really want to build it up and nail it this year so I can go full time. It would be awesome. So thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you stay inspired. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, take care. Have a good night.